Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're talking about Digital Foundry and the fact that I've pretty much had it with them. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I am kind of calling Digital Foundry out, and this has to do with the Forza Motorsport video that they just put out, the little critique over the the preview trailer that Turn 10 put out, you know, with the showcase. So if you look at the footage that I have right here next to each other, on the left you have Gran Turismo 7, and then on the right you have Forza Motorsport 5. Or no, not Forza Motorsport. You have Forza Horizon 5, and both of these games are playing side by side. Now if you look at the hood on the right, you know, the blue hood, you can see really nice looking reflections. Those look pretty good, and those are screen space mirror reflections. So I mean, that's kind of weird. But then if you look over here at Gran Turismo, like, those reflections look terrible, man. Like, they're nowhere near as sharp and crisp and clean as the ones over here on the Xbox Series X version of Forza Horizon 5. Both games running 60 frames a second. Oh, whoa, did you see that? That was even the car in the reflection over there on the Forza Horizon one. I am sick and tired of these guys holding up every single thing that PlayStation does and then downplaying everything that Xbox does. I'm a big racing fan. I'm a major racing fan. I love racing games, even though Gran Turismo 7 isn't like 100% up to like oh my gosh, it looks freaking beautiful all the time. I still love the game. I still enjoy playing it. I still think it's great. I still appreciate what Gran Turismo does. But on the other hand, the Forza tech that builds their games is way better. Way freaking better. Way more pretty on the eyes to look at. Like, you look at it and you're like, wow, that just looks incredible. And I mean, look, you see the blimp in the reflection, man. Like, it looks so much better, even though it's not real ray tracing. I would pick that over the freaking one on the left any day of the week, wouldn't you? I mean, it looks better. You got the sun reflecting in it. You've got the freaking power lines. You've got the cars when you drive by them. You have all the trees. They look good. You have the clouds, for freak's sake. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's like everything they do to, like, call out Xbox and Forza and their tech and Microsoft. It's like, come on, man. Like, who are you guys trying to kid? It feels cheap. It feels like it's not like it's not right. It's not genuine. These guys say they love games. They're all PC gamers, except for probably John. He's a retro gamer, but the rest of them are PC guys. That's what they do. They stir up this stuff, and they get these fanboys and everybody all stirred up, and then content creators like myself and other channels have to deal with these people, these negative individuals in our content all the time. Now, you could say that this here is a fanboy thing right now, all you want, but I'm showing you footage side by side. Literally side by side. Both of these are captured at 1080p. The only thing we're looking at is the reflections in the hood. It's not my fault that the field of view is different for both games. Like, that has nothing to do with it. I didn't stretch any pictures. I didn't make anything look any different. That's the way it is. That's the way they look. You could say that the brightness or whatever is messed up on the PlayStation version all you want, but no, man. I did my best to make sure that these are as close to daytime and everything as I possibly could, man. I've been sitting here working on this for a while. So I don't want to hear the whole fanboy stuff, man. This is about Digital Foundry and them nitpicking every single thing that Xbox does. It's not cool. It's not cool, man. Not only that, I mean, if PlayStation fans weren't like so belligerent when it comes to this stuff, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Maybe it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but these guys are really relentless, man. Like, I didn't even realize that this was even a thing until I started this YouTube channel. I did not know it was this bad. I actually had somebody send me an email today telling me to go and or that he was going to come and make it so I can't walk anymore. And I'm like, are you serious, dude? It's just video games. Relax. But the fact of the matter is I don't need to stand up here and be like, hey, Microsoft is great. Like, you can see it right here with your own eyes, man. You can see it right here with your own eyes. You decide, man. Like, what tech looks better to you, man? Like, me personally, I think I like the way that hood looks over there on Forza, man. I'm a racing fan. I'm just saying it looks good. If I'm only playing Gran Turismo and I don't have that side by side with me, man, I don't care what the freaking reflection on the hood looks like. I don't care. Nobody cares. That's the thing. When you're racing, I don't think you're going to be... I mean, like, the whole ray tracing and everything in racing, cool, whatever, man. Do I need it? I don't necessarily need it. It doesn't matter that much to me. It's not going to be like, oh my gosh, I have to have ray tracing. I can't even really... Like, when you're racing, that's the last thing you're worried about is the ray tracing. But when you're looking at something like this, like a curated video made by a YouTuber, like, yeah, that matters. Look how much that matters right now. Go ahead. I mean, look at it. Look how much it matters right now. You're like, oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh, yeah, it matters. Because I'm focusing, I'm drawing attention right to that point. That's the only reason it matters right now, is because I personally am drawing attention to that right now. That's the biggest, that's the only thing that matters. The ray tracing on Forza, if Microsoft comes out and says, hey man, we're going to be able to... This is what I expect from Microsoft. It looks good on my 4K TV, and it has ray tracing. That's all that really matters anymore. I don't even necessarily care if it's native 4K anymore. Horizon Forbidden West, they fixed that. It looks incredible at 60 frames a second. I have no more complaints about that game now. I don't complain about. It's not a big deal anymore. It looks good. It looks good on my 4K TV. That is all that freaking matters. As long as it looks good and it's playable at 60 frames a second, I think that should really be what we aim for this generation. If they can get, I mean, even if I guess if Microsoft starts using checkerboard, whatever, man. Horizon Forbidden West looks incredible with that checkerboard rendering now. It looks incredible. Like, they got the checkerboards all up and going, and you know what? I don't want to see them using freaking checkerboard for 30 frames a second. It's already stuttery and juddery enough. If they can do it on 60 frames a second and make stuff look good, man, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Like, that to me is going to be perfectly fine. So that's basically, I don't think that we should be paying attention to what Digital Foundry has to say anymore. It's not that they're bad people. I mean, it's just the way they do things, man. It just doesn't seem genuine anymore. It seems like they really are going out of their way to try to down talk the Xbox console and ecosystem. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, help the channel grow. I really appreciate it, and we will see you